The Creator's Turning Point. How one decision changed my life. See, this video I will share how fast life can change and how much can happen in a short time. Sometimes it only takes one moment, one decision, and this will rewrite everything you thought was over. What I'm sharing with you here is a true story. It is my story, and I'll do my best to share it exactly as I experienced it. So, years ago, I found myself in a situation that was not only frustrating, but I was desperate. I was in a $1.5 million debt, terrified, not sleeping, barely functioning, and I was ready to run away from everything. Back in the early 2000s, I was young, I was hungry, I was on fire, I had a vision, and by day I worked as a operation manager, a chief of operation in a startup company that exploded. So I spent many hours on this. I had a lot of people in my team, ended up with 500. And this was a coffee shop company that grew in my country, in Denmark. By night, I was building a property portfolio. I had a vision. I wanted to build an empire. Apartment after apartment and deal after deal. Everything looked perfect. On paper, I had millions. I had a big apartment, had a nice suit on, and everything looked perfect. In reality, I was drowning in debt, in overwork, in pressure, and actually an illusion. In 2008, the financial crisis came, and that hit me like a storm. The same bankers who used to invite me to sports car fancy arrangements and VIP dinners, they stared me down with cold eyes, no smiles, just threats as I sat there in the hot seat. And deep down, I knew that I was collapsing. I knew that everything was collapsing. But the fact is also that I couldn't see a way out here. My mind was just looping, searching, overanalyzing. And it seemed like the harder that I tried to think my way out, the more paralyzed I became. I was in quicksand. Weeks after sleepless nights, constant anxiety, my body was literally shaking from the stress. One night, I was lying in my bed, drenched in sweat, and I was close to panicking. I thought that I was going to have a heart attack. At that point, I honestly just felt like disappearing. My mind was planning to escape, just disappearing, leaving it all behind. And that night, something happened. kind of felt like a lightning that struck through me. A surge of energy, pure life force, ripped through my chest. I sat up in bed. I punched the mattress and screamed with everything I had. No! I am going to solve this. And that exact moment changed everything. Looking back now, I can see what really happened. It wasn't logic, it was alignment. That exact moment was the power of decision. One decision that didn't come from fear, but it came from soul. And it was as if my whole nerve system was just recalibrated over one night. From that moment, synchronicities appeared, and people, ideas, and opportunities, and I followed them. And within 4 years, I built a new company from scratch, 60 people in my team, and I sold it. I launched a coaching business, and I paid off every single dollar of the $1.5 million debt. Every single dollar. The funny thing is, I didn't have a plan. But that night, I made a decision. And what I see now is that my energy aligned with that decision. And the message that I have, the message for creators, is that's what you want to feel today, especially if you are a creator, a builder, an entrepreneur, trying to merge your vision with reality. Your breakthrough doesn't come with clarity. Nah. It begins with a decision. A full body yes to who you truly are. Even when your mind screams no. And what I'm sharing here is exactly why we are building the community we're building. A space for creators who don't just want to manifest, but to merge. Merge AI, energy, and aligned action. And if you want to walk beside us, there's a link below this video. No picture or anything. Just a door. You can open it into what we are building together. So this story, that lightning bolt moment, is the reason why I created this AI $1 million manifestation challenge. Because what changed my life, it wasn't theory, it wasn't information, and it wasn't even working harder. What changed my life was energy plus belief plus courageous action. And this is exactly what we are testing right now inside the project, inside the challenge. How AI can mirror back that alignment and amplify it. And maybe you had a moment like that too, where desperation cracked you open and something higher took over. If you did, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Because sometimes I do believe this, your story becomes the spark someone else needs. If you want to check out our community, the link is below this video. With love, from Michael.